To create a new dashboard view from scratch, what you'll do is you'll go to the top right here where you can select the dashboard. Out of the list of dashboards available, you can go down to the bottom and hit Create New View. You can name this view whatever you'd like. So in this case, I'll name it BoreSite Bits. And you can either select from a template or just create from scratch. Just for this tutorial, we will create from scratch. So once I hit that, it'll load in and you'll see now we have an empty template that we can build upon. To add charts, we'll click this button, Add Chart, and we can name this chart whatever we would like. Once we name it, we can click the drop down and choose from any of the currently streaming fields. So in this case, we'll go for applied rotary torque, rotary speed, and depth. Once we have all of the data tags that we want for this graph, we can hit create plots. Once we do that and let it load, you'll see that now we have a graph where we can see all of the historical data for all of the data tags that we get selected. If you wish to customize this graph, you can go over to the Edit Plot button and click on any one of these tags. So if we want to change the color for rotary torque, we can click the drop down, click on the color, and change it to whatever we would like. If we want to change any of the min-max values, we can do so by typing what we want or just erasing the predefined values so it auto detects the scaling. From here, we can also assign a scale for each one of these values and determine whether it's on the left or right side of the graph. If you want to change the value that you had selected, in case you chose the incorrect one, choose the drop-down menu and search through all of the values that we had seen previously. You can also type in what you'd want to see and that'll narrow down the search list. Once you make any changes that you want to, you can hit the save button. And whenever you hit the save button, it'll save those changes, and to exit the edit mode, we'll just click back on that pencil and that'll exit out of the edit mode. If you want to change this graph from graphical view to gauges view, all you would have to do is go up to the top right of the graph and hit this toggle gauges button. Once you do that, this will now plot just current values that are coming in as opposed to all historical values. You'll see on the rightmost graph here for tubing pressure, it shows that scale is not defined. In order to make these gauges operational, we have to go into the Edit Plot button and go to tubing pressure and set a min-max. So in this case, we'll go from 0 to 15,000 PSI. Once we hit save, you'll see now the tubing pressure is getting a reading. Once you edit the scale, it'll get rid of that error and showcase the values from the min-max that you had selected. To get back to the graphical view, you'll go into the top right and hit Toggle Charts. Once you do this, this will bring you back to the graphical view where you can see all historical data. Once you get the values that you would like to see, you can edit these boxes by going to the little cog in the top right of each one of the values. And you can again update whatever data tag you'd like to see. You can change it from a text to a connex. You can change the color of the box itself. And you can also change the amount of decimal points and unit of measurement for each one of these data tags. Since we can tie in third parties, you can also create charts with data that other vendors are streaming in. So in this case, we can take chemical data that we're getting from a third party and bring it into this dashboard as well. There aren't limitations on what we can stream. So if you want to compare data from different vendors, for example, if you want to look at tubing pressure, pump rate in, and pump pressure, we can put all of those same values on the same chart. And there's no barriers to how we can create these dashboards. In the top left here, you can see all of these toggles. You'll see notes, JDR, tags, and a couple other options that users can select on and off. Whenever you select on tags, what this will do is it will take the operator-defined tags, so whenever he's drilling plugs or just changing his job functions up in the basket, it'll overlay on top of the data so that end users get more context into what's going on. So in this case, if we're looking at rotary torque, we can see that the operator tagged plug 80 at this time, and at this time we see he gets through and started washing down until the next plug. So by adding the tags in, it allows us to see more context into what's happening with the data, as opposed to just looking at the per second data.